Some stories are so haunting that once you hear them, nothing will ever feel the same again. In this episode, I'll take you back to Istanbul in 1999. To some, it was a ritual. To others, an unfathomable act of madness. But the truth is this: that night, a young girl was sacrificed to darkness. Today, we peel back the layers of one of Turkey's first recorded satanic murders. In 1999, right in the heart of Istanbul, a young girl named Şehriban Coşkunfırat was offered to Satan. Until then, Turkey had never witnessed a crime so horrifying. Şehriban fell victim to a ritual carried out by 3 Satanist friends in Ortaköy, Istanbul. Let's briefly explain Satanism. It is a belief system that reveres Satan as sacred. In this faith, Satan is seen as a god, and spiritual rituals are performed. These rituals often include pentagrams and the number 666. Some even involve animal sacrifices or blood rituals. Generally, it's a belief system that challenges conventional societal values. Şehriban's story goes like this. She was 19 years old, the 6th of 8 children, and grew up in a seemingly happy family in Istanbul. I emphasize this detail because it will become important in later parts of the story. The year was 1999, just 1 month after the devastating Istanbul earthquake. Şehriban was looking forward to starting her career. She needed a criminal record check for a job application, and on the morning of September 13th, 1999, she left home to obtain it. That day, her family saw her for the last time. Pay attention to these details: the earthquake year, the date, the 13th, and her being the 6th child. All these numbers, the earthquake and the 13s, they stay with us, haunting the story. In the coming minutes, we'll dive straight into the heart of the story. Şehriban's family hasn't heard from her since that night. A missing person report is filed, and the question remains: how did Şehriban get pulled into this tragic event on that dark evening? Let's find out together. On that night in 1999, Şehriban Coşkunfırat goes to a bar in Taksim. She's accompanied by 2 young men, Engin Arslan and Ömer Çelik. The 3 of them enter the bar, have fun, and spend some time there. As the night progresses, they leave the bar and decide to head to Ortaköy. Their goal is simple: get some fresh air by the seaside and relax with a walk. The police, who later investigate the case, visit the bar to gather witness statements. According to their report, the bar's atmosphere was quite unusual. People dressed in strange outfits, wearing bizarre symbols and accessories. Some wore t-shirts with odd figures on them. The officers stated that they had never encountered anything like it before, and the place made them feel as if they were in a completely different world. While strolling in Ortaköy, another person joins the group: Zinnur Gulşah Dinşer. Cold and distant, Zinnur doesn't interact directly with Şehriban, instead forming a connection with Engin and Ömer. The 4 of them wander around Ortaköy for a while, spending time together. Then, suddenly, they decide to go to Ortaköy Cemetery, where they start drinking. It's important to note that this year had seen a major earthquake, and aftershocks were still shaking the city. Şehriban's pull into that dark night was shaped by all these steps and coincidences. As the tremors started to be felt, the behavior of the men in the group began to change noticeably. Until that moment, Zinnur had been cold and distant, and Engin and Ömer were warmer and more approachable. However, with the earthquake, both of them became serious and even aggressive. Şehriban noticed this shift and felt very uneasy. She wanted to get away. According to police records, Şehriban said, "I want to leave this place. I want to go home. I don't want to stay here anymore." But Engin in particular grabbed her by the arm and said, "You can't go anywhere. We're staying here." The 4 of them started moving deeper into the cemetery towards its secluded corners as the aftershocks continued. At that moment, an aftershock occurred, and Engin suddenly turned to his friends and angrily said, "The devil spoke. It's the 13th, 6 children. The devil wants a sacrifice from us." Şehriban didn't understand what he meant and felt extremely disturbed by these words. "What are you saying? Are you joking? What nonsense is this?" Now, let's briefly explain the significance of the numbers. The number 13 is considered cursed in Christianity because there were 13 people at the Last Supper, and one of them was the person who betrayed Jesus. That's why 13 is seen as unlucky. In Satanism, however, the number 13 is considered sacred. The number 6 is also sacred for the devil. When 3 sixes appear together, 666, it is considered the number of the devil. In this case, the events are interpreted through this logic: the 13th day, Şehriban, and 6 children, and the aftershocks. The situation was framed as if the devil demanded a sacrifice. A message came from the devil. What did it say? She must die tonight at midnight. After receiving this warning, Şehriban wanted to go home and leave her friends. However, Engin wouldn't allow it. A struggle broke out. Engin grabbed Şehriban by the arms and pushed her to the ground. Ömer intervened to help Engin, holding Şehriban by the shoulders and pressing her down. Engin then climbed on top of her and began to strangle her. Up until that moment, Zinur had not acted, but now he pulled a knife from his pocket and stabbed Şehriban multiple times. After this brutal attack, Şehriban's lifeless body lay on the ground. Engin stood up and said, "We have given our sacrifice to the devil." He explained that in order for the devil to find the sacrifice, they had to bury her up to the waist, leaving her upper body exposed so the devil could locate her easily. They proceeded to dig a grave, burying Şehriban up to her waist, leaving her upper body above the ground, and then left the scene. On the morning of September 17, 1999, a guard at Ortaköy Cemetery, while performing his routine rounds, discovered the body of a young woman buried up to her waist. He immediately alerted the police. When the authorities arrived, they were able to quickly identify her because Şehriban's family had previously filed a missing person report. The police confirmed that the body belonged to Şehriban Coşkunfırat. Later, Engin, Ömer, and Zinur told the police, "According to our beliefs, the devil caused the August 17 earthquake and was going to trigger an even bigger one. Istanbul would have been completely destroyed. To prevent this, we had to offer a sacrifice to the devil. It was the 13th, and 6 children were already affected by the aftershocks. We sacrificed Şehriban to the devil." These words reveal not only the horror of the crimes committed, but also the unbelievable belief system the perpetrators hid behind. This case went down in history as Turkey's first recorded satanic murder. Unfortunately, a similar tragedy occurred more recently. Semih Çelik brutally murdered 2 young girls. First, he killed Ayşenur, who was allegedly his girlfriend, at home. Then he met Iqbal at the Edirne Gate walls and committed the horrific act that shocked everyone. He beheaded Iqbal, dismembered her body, threw her head off the walls, and left the remaining parts on top of the walls. After waiting there for a while, he jumped from the walls and ended his own life. During the investigation at Semih's home, police discovered disturbing evidence: drawings of women with their eyes gouged out, illustrations of dismembered bodies, a pentagram drawn behind his bedroom door, and various books related to satanic beliefs and cult practices. The common thread between these 2 cases is, tragically, the murder of young girls in the name of devotion to the devil. Istanbul sadly witnessed the same darkness again. Şehriban Coşkunfırat was only 19 years old. She had dreams, but she became a victim of someone else's perverse beliefs. In a cemetery in the heart of darkness, she was buried halfway in the ground, silenced forever. After hearing this story, can we remain unchanged? The world we think we know may be far darker than we imagine, and perhaps events like these happen far more often than we realize.